But do you remember the scene where Richard is courting Lady Anne, the widow of the man he's just killed? And he successfully does it. But he does it by showing his bare chest. He refers to it in the text. So it's quite clear that Shakespeare intends Richard to show his skin. Half undress. Well, now that involved for me a great coat, did I not have on? A cap, gloves, a jacket, a Sam Brown, rather difficult thing to undo and do up. And all these had been removed during the course of the scene. And when Lady Anne left, we decided that Richard should, during the soliloquy that followed to the audience, should start to get dressed again. Well, we were hampered because I could only use one hand. That was the rule we'd given ourselves. It was my right hand. Oh, I think I had a sword as well, didn't I?
Yes.
Anyway, I had an awful lot. And I don't suppose anyone in the audience listened to a word I was saying as they admired this bravura acting that was going on. Anyway, the last thing that I did when I'd done all this and put the cap on was I got to get the glove on. And how do you get a glove on when you don't have a hand? Well, I think I used to tug it on. And one day I picked it up and just did that. And I could not believe, but the glove just fell down. And thereafter, I think perhaps any glove will work like that. It's a leather glove. I mean, have a go. It's a great trick. And so at the end of that, the audience were very happy.
You've forgotten the final gesture. And then you put your hand in your pocket, took out a cigarette case.
Oh, did I?
Opened the cigarette case, put a cigarette in your mouth, put the cigarette case back, and lit the cigarette. And this was the speech, "Was ever woman in this manner wooed?" And it was bravura.
In this humour wooed.
What?
In this humour.
In this humour, sorry. Humour.
Sorry. But let me finish.
No, I was just going to say, the bravura of it was actually perfectly in tune with the characterization, because it was Richard saying, "You think that I'm disabled, just watch this."
Yeah.
And
the point being that he's a great warrior, and it can be a puzzle, you know, if people are going around on crutches and absolutely disabled. You think, how on earth do they manage on a battlefield? But so that was our motive. We felt, no, this guy had conquered his disability. Anyway, so when we did all this, I'd forgotten about the cigarette. And I think I saluted, and I came to the end of the line, and as I walked off, there was a very gratifying scatter of applause. Now, we come to do it in Tokyo, at a theatre which is devoted to Shakespeare, where they only do Shakespeare all the year round, in all the languages of the world. We don't have such a place in the home of Shakespeare. There we are. So we were... The trouble with the situation is that I couldn't see the audience. The seats were rather taller than the people sitting in them. And they were very, very quiet and very, very polite, as Japanese people can so wonderfully be, respectful. But when I'd done all my nothing, absolute silence. Oh well, that's the way things are in Japan. Until the next day, I went to a matinee of the Kabuki theatre. Now, the Kabuki theatre is like pantomime multiplied by 10. People go for a whole day. They take sandwiches and chicken legs, sake, and they talk all the time, and they shout and they shriek, and when their favourite actor comes on, "Hey, you Mckellen! And they get terribly excited. And when the actor goes off and has done his equivalent of my bravura, before he goes, he looks into the audience at his fans and goes, And there it goes. And that seems to be the signal for everyone to say, God bless your house forever, or whatever it is they're shouting. So, next night, after... I got the glove on, I got the cigarette going, I lit it, and I went... And I promise you, the entire audience burst into applause. Did you not know that?
No.
So just remember that if you ever...
I missed that.